What's going on, everyone? So, we got official news and a date for Media Day. Lakers season is just about to begin. So, the Los Angeles Lakers announced that they will be holding their annual Media Day for the 2024-2025 season on Monday, September 30th. Additionally, General Manager Rob Pelinka and head coach JJ Redick will host a press conference on Wednesday, September 25th. I think it's going to be interesting to see what that is about. I mean, obviously, it's just like hey, this is what we did and didn't do. But both will take place at the UCLA Health Training Center, and the times have yet to be announced. This marks the official start of the 2024-2025 season for the Lakers, as they will hold their first practice on Tuesday, October 1st. Tuesday, October 1st, training camp will officially open. I'm excited. Before opening up the preseason on Friday, October 4th, against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Palm Springs. So, a couple things. One, we're going to get that introduction press conference with JJ Redick. Well, not introduction, but I guess introduction to the season press conference. And again, it'll kind of just be a run through. Media will ask questions. Why didn't you make a trade? Why, maybe they do make a trade. I mean, they have until the 30th, really, probably the 25th to really get something done. So, curious to see if there's any ramped up rumors or anything. But nonetheless, I'm sure it'd just be generalized, JJ, what's your plan? How are you going to utilize guys? Kind of just the typical rundown. And then that'll bleed into Media Day, in which we'll get to see everybody. Obviously, you'll have the LeBron and Davis and Reeves and LeBron and Davis and D'Lo and all the little fun videos and interviews into the season. I'm curious to see what some of these guys have to say. Another season, another year of chemistry, what their opinions and thoughts are on JJ Redick. Problem is, it's always going to be like the PC answer, right? It's always going to be they're not going to, hey, there's concerns of him being a first-year head coach, right? It's just going to be, he's going to be great, best coach ever type thing. But nonetheless, it's good to get back to Laker basketball more than anything, right? I'm just excited to finally get into the season, get into training camp, see what this team's got. I mean, their schedule, first 7 games are just grueling. First 10 games really are just grueling, right? And so we can't have a bad start. I mean, you look at the schedule, Lakers start 0-3, 0-4, easy. And so we got to, from the gate, have this worked out, have this figured out, right? Use training camp, use preseason to really kind of to flush out what you need to flush out in order to be ready for that game against Minnesota and pull off that win. Right? It'd be nice to get an opening day. We haven't won an open day win since I think it's 2016 or something like that. Might even be longer than that. I think it's 2016 off the top of my head. That's not ideal. I'd like to see the Lakers really kind of work this out and again, kind of flush out hey, we got our system, we got our intact. JJ Redick already did a whole conversation of, hey, this is the offense. This is how we're going to run it. This is the 5 out, right? Wants to run that motion, balls constantly moving type offense. And I really like the coaching staff in general, right? I've said this before. I'll say it again, right? Take JJ off the coaching staff because there is the concerns. There are the questions with JJ Redick because he's never coached, right? We don't know if he'll be good or bad. I personally think he'll be fine with the on-court X's and O's and execution stuff. I do, but we don't know. I don't know for a fact. I don't have anything to point to. I don't have any facts or evidence. It's just my opinion based on what I've seen from him through his media career and his sports career and everything like that. He's just very manic about everything, very well prepared. And so, to me, now, I understand that there's the concern, but you look at the rest of that coaching staff, and it's ridiculous. I mean, compared to Darvin Ham and his coaching staff, keep Darvin Ham on the coaching staff. Our coaching staff, minus JJ Redick, is better than Darvin Ham and his entire staff. So I do think that there is a lot to be excited for, and coaching goes a long way, right? I mean, coaching isn't the be-all, end-all, and it's why I've defended even Darvin Ham at times, right? Because again, players still have to deliver. Players still have to show up. Players still have to execute, right? We get to the playoffs. It's not Darvin Ham was definitely at fault during that series, but he's also not at fault that Rui Hachimura basically became unplayable. D'Lo was only good half the games, that Austin Reeves was just not aggressive until like game 4, right? Like, it's just, there's a lot of things that, that coaching doesn't account for. So it's on these players. But, again, I look at this team. You get hopefully a better year of health, right? Obviously, there's concerns with Jared Vanderbilt as well as Christian Wood. But hopefully, Jared Vanderbilt's back sooner rather than later. We don't know. He might be ready to go to start the season. We don't know. We just know training camp and preseason, he's expected to miss, and then the regular season. But in the same breath, I want the Lakers to take their time bringing them back, right? Like, don't rush. I don't want Jared Vanderbilt to come back, 3 games into the season, and you rushed him back, he gets hurt, and now he misses the entire season again or half the season again, right? I would rather you sit him the first 20 games so he can play 62, right? Like, I would rather that than you play him those 20 games and he misses 62. That's the big difference. Same thing with Christian Wood, right? I'd like, if Christian Wood has to miss, because he's going to miss at least a month, right? He's going to be reevaluated in 8 weeks. So you're talking a month into the season minimum, right? Like, reevaluate him. If he's not 100% and fully ready to go, take your time. Again, I'd rather him miss 20, 25 games, whatever it is, so that way he could play, 57 to 60 games than, the other side of that, where, you rush him back, he plays, he misses the first 10 games, you rush him back, he gets hurt 5 games into it. Now, he only played those 5 games or 10 games or whatever this season. I don't want that. But if you have better health, you're going to have better coaching, in my opinion, right? You're going to have another year of chemistry. Obviously, there is questions of, can Max Christie kind of take that next step? Can Dalton Connect immediately come in and make an impact, right? Can Gabe Vincent get back to the Heat finals run form? Right? If you get those things, Austin Reeves, more consistency. There's a lot of things that you could point to and look at and go, man, the Lakers may end up being a lot better. They still won 47 games last year, even with all the elements, right? Even through all the injuries, through Darvin Ham struggles, through Austin Reeves inconsistencies, we still were able to win 47 games, right? So again, you get better health, you get better production from guys, you get more consistency from guys, you get just better play calling. I wouldn't be shocked if this team wins 50 plus games. Like I said, I think that they're in that 4 to 6 range at worst, right? Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm always going to ride for the Lakers. I'm always going to be optimistic and, and look at the glass half full rather than half empty. But I think this team has the talent. I think this team is good enough, right? This time last year, even Laker haters were screaming that, the Lakers could be a problem. And are the Lakers the second best team behind, the Boston Celtics and all that stuff? And, even when we got to the playoffs, even through all the struggles, even through all the question marks, even through all the consistencies, the conversation was still like, as long as they don't play Denver, they're probably in the NBA Finals. And that probably would have been the case last year. But my thing is, like, I'd rather play Denver. We lost. It sucks. I didn't want to lose in the first round, but clearly we weren't good enough, right? Like, that's the reality last year. But again, there are things that can improve. There are ways to get better. Chemistry can get better. Coaching can get better. And that could be the difference. That Denver series was so tight. Lakers should have won all. Lakers should have swept Denver, right? Like, if you have health and JJ Redick really is a better coach, or just our current coaching staff right now, we might have beaten Denver. So I am very optimistic in that regard, right? Obviously, we'll see if the Lakers pull off a trade between now and then, because that could throw a wrench in things. That could change a lot. That could put that. I'm not really expecting one. I would love one. I think that the Lakers still need one, right? I think the Lakers have a puncher's chance. I think the Lakers can win the championship. I don't think anyone would be genuinely surprised if the Lakers win a championship, because they do still have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and they do have some key core guys that are pretty solid. But it's still not something that, like, I'd go and bet on. I still think if you want to be a bona fide contender, I think if you want to be, a top 3 to 5 team in the league, I think you need, ideally, 2 trades, really. I think you need 2 legitimate, solid trades if you really want that to work out for you, to where you're in the conversations with the Denvers, the Bostons, the Thunder teams, things like that. Obviously, matchups in the playoffs, stuff like that are very important. as we saw last year, right? Matchups were very, very key. And we'll see how this plays out. But overall, I'm excited for, just the media day. Excited to see how all of this shapes up. Obviously, you're going to have the LeBron and Bronny photos and stuff. And, that'll be fun. I know some people probably be, but it's great. It's wonderful to see. I know a lot of people are miserable because Bronny is a Laker and whatever and playing with his dad. But as somebody that loves the game of basketball and loves the family dynamic and loves to see history, this is history. I love it, right? Like, it's great. Bronny has been working hard. Bronny's been in the lab. He's not just sitting at home eating bonbons and playing Call of Duty all day. Like, the dude's been in the lab, right? He's been working hard to separate himself. So I'm excited to see what we get from him. Excited to see what we get from, LeBron and Anthony Davis, of course. And then just the core guys, right? I'm not really worried about LeBron and AD. I'm worried about everyone else. Can everyone else play to the level that we need them to play? But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? You excited? NBA season's here. Media day's here. Do you think we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.